Hey there, this is Laura from Little House on the High Desert, and in today's video I'm going to do a walkthrough of a garden I designed. It's a pastel colors, semi-shade garden. It's meant to be xeric or water-wise and tolerate an odd range of part shade to full sun. So let's get started. Here, this is Euchera or coral bells. It's got this really cute tidy green foliage and then these really pretty pink flowers. I believe the cultivar name is Weston Pink, but it blooms if you deadhead it, reblooms if you deadhead it, so really pretty flower. The bees love it. This is perennial columbine or Aqualia chrysantha, I believe. It probably prefers a little more shade than it's getting right now. You can see this other plant that gets more shade, it's kind of got some stunted growth. We'll do another video on perhaps why this has such a different growth pattern than its neighbor here. This comes back time and time again, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there are ladybug larvae all over it. There's ladybugs. I love watching the ladybugs on this plant. So this is my desert willow. It's a burgundy desert willow, affectionately nicknamed Ron Burgundy, and it provides some dappled shade during the heat of the summer for these plants. It's probably why what these are hoping to have come in sooner than later. But anyways, this is one of the last plants in my garden to leaf out. I think it just started maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's way behind everything else. It blooms in midsummer, some really pretty burgundy magenta flowers. And again, we'll do an update when some of these other plants are in full bloom. This allium, and it's already past its prime. This is ornamental onion allium, and it also, I think, wants more shade. It's also probably got some different water requirements than its companion planting. I'm thinking of moving it over in the shade area there, or maybe changing it up with Allium Millennium. But you know, when I first planted this garden maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I planted like 6 bulbs, and so you can see it's really not happy there. It's perhaps just a short-lived bulb. But anyways, this is Zechneria. It's a ground cover, and it's aggressive, but it's beautiful. I'm so happy. This is one of those things where I don't mind it being aggressive. This is Zechneria or hummingbird trumpet, and come like early July, like by July 4th, it is covered in these gorgeous red flowers. Like the whole thing just looks red, and the hummingbirds go nuts for it. These are foxtail lilies. They've got this really fantastic vertical spike, very visually interesting. When I originally designed this garden, I planted Napophia here. Napophia is red hot poker, and it looks actually very similar both in its foliage and its flower. But Napophia, it turns out, it's actually a native of South Africa, and it can withstand the heat here, but it really likes a lot more water than the rest of these plants. So I think I replaced my Napophia twice, and the most it ever lasted was barely 2 seasons. So this is the first year I decided to replace it with foxtail lily. So it remains to be seen if these are xeric as well. They were touted that way from the store I bought them, but they're not native here. I think they're native of Asia, but there's a lot of areas in Asia that have very similar climates and conditions here. So this is catmint or nepeta, and you can see the bees are just going nuts. This plant is awesome. It is a trooper. You can't kill it. It blooms pretty much all through. It has a first flush in spring, late spring, like we're seeing right now, and then it'll come back probably late summer. But if you deadhead it, it will continue to bloom. But the pollinators love it, the bees love it. I've seen some painted ladies on this. And it also kind of makes a pseudo ground cover, and it is very, very water wise. It takes neglect with happiness. So okay, well, so that is what I've got for you today. Please check back later for my next garden tour. Thanks, bye bye.